Hey guys, it's at K Deuces, your sports bet queen, and I am back with another episode of the Crooks and Books podcast. I know we took a hiatus for 2 weeks, holidays, being busy, getting ready for even more holidays, but I'm here and back with some of our podcast crew. I've got Caleb with us.
What's going on?
Now, we have to think of another nickname because you're no longer Bill's godson unless he takes, I guess, another coaching job, but it's
He
not.
Yeah,
no, he
he's
took
going to
it.
North
North
Oh,
Carolina.
Carolina.
he did, right. So, okay,
Yep.
so go.
September 20th, North Carolina UCF. It'll be Bill Belichick versus Scott Frost.
Wow.
It's gonna be
Yep.
insane then. Yeah, there you go. So
Yep.
that's
Dementia versus alcoholism. I can't wait.
Wait, he's the coach for UCF?
Frost went back to UCF. Yeah, he just got his job back.
that's
Wow.
crazy. Well, there's some crazy news for you guys podcast. And then we've got Bobby Banks with us as well.
What's up?
Thanks for joining, Bob. And obviously, we have Mr. Prado the Pointer.
What's up?
All right. Where are you at? Are you at the gates? Oh, there you go. At the
The
stick. I
stick.
was like, what the hell? Yeah. All right. So we are going to go through some stats with week 13 and 14 since we just went through those 2 weeks and we didn't get to do a podcast for you guys. But overall, the podcast did pretty well for the last 2 weeks. So, week 13, we went 20 and 13, going for 33 games, and we went to 61%. And then week 14, we actually are 16 and 7. We went 70%, one of our highest ever in a season. And I went 5 and 1. Brad went 1 and 0 because he only bet the Lions, which pushed. And then 5 and 1 for Caleb. Good job, Caleb. And then 4 and 2. I know you weren't on the show. Obviously, we didn't have a podcast, but you did great. 4 and 2 for Bob. Good job as well, 67%. And then 1 and 3 for Prado the Pointer, 25%. But I'm sure you'll get that up this coming week where it's week 15. It's going to get kind of crazy. So, any takeaways from the last 2 weeks, guys? Caleb, I know you started off with telling us your uncle got a job, but
He did.
anything
He's
else?
employed. Finally, the check started coming again. I can eat something other than ramen from the dollar store. No, yeah, I mean, Cincinnati and Dallas. That was probably so I'm not a fan of either team. I didn't bet the game, but probably the most frustrating game I've ever watched. It was like watching Nebraska play Nebraska. I texted my brother. He's a Cincinnati fan. I was like, "Do you guys block at all?" And he
Ever?
just replied and said, "No, no, they don't." I mean, it's criminal what they're doing to Burrow. That offensive line should be ashamed of themselves. When you look at the numbers him and Chase have put up this year, the
Ah,
fact they're what
yeah,
5 and 8 is a disgrace.
it's crazy. And then there's talks of like, how like there's like that movie with Jack Black where it's like, so you're telling me there's a chance. It's like, okay, yeah, you
Yeah,
guys had this chance. You feel me? Like, I don't understand why
yeah.
you're at that point. It
They
doesn't
could
make,
still rally technically,
yeah. Well, I mean, are there
and then Kansas
situations?
City remains the worst one loss team in history.
It's crazy. It's
What's
crazy.
that?
I said it's crazy. It's crazy that Kansas City keeps getting fucking lucky.
Yeah.
Anyway, anybody else? Bobby, you have anything for us?
Yeah, maybe there's a Cinderella run here for San Francisco after beating the shit out of Caleb. Um,
Oh,
we do get a very vital linebacker back tomorrow, which we haven't seen since the guy got a non-contact injury running on the field at the Super Bowl last year. So that's going to be a big piece to our linebacker. I mean, a linebacker duo like that is going to be really big. We're going to need to win this next one to be in the hunt, I guess you could say. And tip my cap to Buffalo and to Josh Allen for decimating me in fantasy and also making me lose my bet. But it is what it is. We move on.
Like who did? I mean, I just never seen 70.
One week at a time.
I've never seen 70. So
No, 71
actually,
points.
I think I've seen, well,
Yeah,
Caleb, you
you
took
just
me
move on.
out. Caleb, you took me out with what, 60, right? With
From
Saquon?
Chase.
No, Saquon or Chase, one of them.
Chase is the
No,
one who
you,
took. Chase has
Chase.
been killing everybody for me this
60
year.
is kind of common. It happens, but it's not like it's unseen.
70, 71 is wild for a quarterback.
Yeah, I think the highest I've ever personally gotten is Deshaun Watson like 4 years ago. He gave me like a 64-point game. But if you're reaching 70, I mean, multiple
At a
touchdowns,
quarterback
throwing for
position.
300 plus yards, yeah, at that position, I mean, and you lose the game. Jesus, I mean,
Wild, yeah.
yeah, it's crazy.
All right. Prado, any takeaways from you from the last 2 weeks? I'm sure you guys could look at what you guys did, but if you have anything from week.
My picks have been nice fades. I hope someone's been tailing the fade when I place them on here. It's been pretty bad. A lot of them have been happening like right towards the end of a game when something falls apart. Um, I will say this, the Carolina Panthers are one of the hottest teams in the NFL when it comes to covering.
They
Yeah,
are.
and then the non-hottest team on not covering is KC because they don't fucking cover at all. Like they just, yeah, we're just gonna win, guys. That's it.
Point
Uh,
shaving.
but
And the funny part
anyway,
about the New York Jets, they still find ways to lose. Like that's what amazes me
oh
is the New
man,
York Jets find ways to lose.
and they're running out of people to blame. That's the funny thing. Like literally, they're like, what's next? You fired the coach, you fired the other guy. I mean, what are you gonna do? You have the like, I don't understand. You have Adams there. Like, what do you need? You feel
I
me?
think Micah Parsons was technically calling out for Trey Lance to play after his little rant on Monday Night Football, basically saying like, "What? Let that? Why can't we score?"
No, he was
Mhm.
mad at like how they like. Do you know what? Do you remember? I don't know if you were watching it, but they kicked. So Cincinnati had to punt it out, and then like they blocked it, which means like that's a good thing they were going to win the game. But then what happened was one of the guys that just was activated touched it. He tried to like catch it or get it, and like it hit him, and then Cincinnati got the ball.
Yeah, they turned it over.
He was pissed about that because he was like, we had it in our hands, like we were gonna win the game, like this was easy, like but it just didn't happen. So he was mad. But it happened directly after that. But
Looks like he
speaking,
wants out.
yeah, I would too. But speaking of that game, the Simpsons thing was kind of cool. It was kind of outdated, but like the kids really liked watching it. I think more so because it was like a Roblox interface. So I don't know. It was cool to see all that stuff. I think they got to do a little bit better with the content though, but I think it was chill. It was good. But other than that, I don't know if I have, like, you're right about Carolina. You guys pretty much touched on everything I wanted to touch on. And if I remember while we're talking, then I'll let you guys know. But Seattle, I guess, owns Arizona, huh? That's pretty much the way it's gonna be. So they're not gonna win any games over
Move.
there. But anyway, all right, let's go into week 15. Um, I think no one has a bye anymore, right? These are all full slated games.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So it's a full stack of games on week 15. So let's start it off with tomorrow night's game, which is our team, not Caleb's, obviously, but the Los Angeles Rams versus the Niners. Spreads 3, totals over under 49.5. Is this game here? Here.
Yeah. It's at Santa Clara.
So we can't tank because of what Bobby just said. But I think we're gonna have, if we win, which hopefully we do, since we kind of own them except for the last few games. I think Debo is going to have a monster game. But Caleb, you think that LA is going to cover though?
Yeah, I think they are. I'm done getting killed by San Francisco this year. I'm sorry, you guys. I can't do it anymore.
Hey, I feel you, man.
I
You
was a
get killed
believer at
too.
first, but no, this just feels like one of those games, short week. I don't know. It just feels like one of those games where LA comes out and pulls away with it.
Hey, but they got some like they have. I don't know what's going on with their receivers now that they have them back, but they're kind of getting into that groove, I see. Unless
Hmm.
Matt Stafford starts acting up again. So
Oh, he's
wishy-washy.
yeah.
All right, Bobby, you're going for us. -1, first half.
Yeah, I like a first half bet here. I like us to start strong off the gate. I think defensively we're gonna be we've been stepping up recently, but I like us to start strong. I don't know about our running back situation. If Garendo's not going to be able to play, we have another guy
My
who's kind of a
God.
stud
He hurt?
too.
He's hurt?
Yeah, it's from what I saw, it was like a sprained ankle, but it's not doubtful just yet. I mean, he's
What
trending
are the
towards.
shoes these guys are wearing? My God.
Yeah, yeah, I know. But I mean, the good thing about San Francisco is, I mean, as far as their running back room goes, it's there's no shortage of depth there. So I like us to stay hot. I like us to win the game, but it's a divisional game. I mean, the Rams have had a huge win, like I mean, a gigantic win last week, beating Josh, and a short week. I mean, you could say the same thing for Los Angeles. So. We'll see. It'll be raining too. I'm pretty sure it's like an 80% chance rain in Santa Clara. So we'll see if Brock can get it done.
We'll see. We'll see. He couldn't get it done in the snow, but he tried.
Yeah.
Prado, -2.5 SF.
Niners just own the Rams. Simple as that. Niners own the Rams. There's nothing else to think about. Then they have all these players coming back. They're playing at home. Rams are off a huge win. I took the Rams last week. I will say this that I've never seen in the history of football that a guy that scores 6 touchdowns gives up no turnovers lost the game. All because of a punt return, block punt.
Yeah.
That was then ending of the game. And I had a thing in there that Josh Allen scored 6 touchdowns in 21 minutes for the game.
Yeah, it's insane. All right. Well, we'll see, and we'll see if the fade continues for you. Other than
Mhm.
that, let's
It's
go
got to stop
to
at one point. Like the Niners struggles, it has to stop.
but it's
Greenlaw
true.
back is huge.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's true, but it's also true that what Caleb said, because I am
How
also
ready
tired.
is he going to be though?
Yeah.
I mean, I mean,
I
how
just
much more
hope he
time do you
doesn't
need?
fucking break his leg again. Like,
Well,
what I mean?
no, he'll be healthy. My question is, how long is it going to take him to get into like
The game
actual playing
time.
shape?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Because it takes a couple weeks to shake those cobwebs off after you miss basically a whole season.
Yeah. That's pretty much what it is for him too. Because he came
Yeah.
out what Super Bowl, like you said, Bob. So we'll see. We'll see. But
If,
it is
if
the
there's a game
Rams
that Kyle always finds a way to strategize and literally take
versus
away
McVay.
players,
Yes.
it's always against
But you
McVay. I
never
don't know
know.
what
You
it
never know. You never know because there is a
is.
book on him as well, somewhat. If he
I
doesn't
mean,
get,
if there's a guy that's not missing tackles, because that's been one of the things that's been pathetic about this team is the amount of missed tackles. You have I mean, I don't see Greenlaw
yeah.
missing any tackles this game. I mean,
Well, we'll see. We'll see. So
this is
it'll
a
be good.
big playoff game.
It'll be good for us to get back into the groove if we can. But if not, then it is what it is. Next game I'm going to skip because it's Washington versus New Orleans. None of us took anything. But again, if you are watching the show and you're back on with us, go to www.thesportsbettingqueen.com. If and when we do add something for this game, you will know if you subscribe. But you only have a couple more weeks, and then in a few weeks we'll be charging on. I think Patreon is what we're going to be using, and it'll be $5 per podcaster or whatever price they want to tell you. But for me, it'll be $5, and then you can take their own bet. But I think we'll come up with a slate of like three at least for free, depending on how many games we're doing. But if you're only doing one of three, then that's fine too. So I'll talk about it with the guys. But again, www.thesportsbettingqueen.com and subscribe. Next game, I think we took something here. Miami versus Houston. The spread is 3 and the total is over under 47. Looks like the guys are going to take Houston -3. I'm going to start with you, Caleb. Why are you taking Houston?
Pass. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. It's fuck. Hold on just a second. My sheet's all fucked up here.
Okay.
Um, Houston's one of them. I think it's more about what Miami isn't going to do versus what Houston is going to do. I think that's probably what it is. Miami's probably one of the most disappointing teams in the league this year, even if they do find a way to make the playoffs. I don't know. It's
Maybe
Tyreek
defense.
Hill and all that
Yeah,
firepower. It's just been underwhelming. Yeah,
super. I think
give me
Houston's
Houston.
defense is good. So maybe that's what it is. Bobby.
Could be a defense. Yeah, defense could steal it.
Bobby, agree?
I mean, Houston's off of a bye. I mean, they're rested up, and Miami's beaten. In their last five, they've beaten Gardner Minshew, and so I mean, there's not a lot of fruition there to go off of. This is going to be a big game for them. They need to win this game, but I just think Houston's the stronger team. They're the healthier team. They're the better team. So gotta lay it there.
And I think Prado agrees with you.
Miami is a pathetic team, pathetic organization, and has a pathetic coach. Simple as that. Pathetic coach. The coach needs to be gone. There's even a rumor that if he gets blown out the next 2 games, they're saying bye to him. So he has to make a
Are they really gonna blow him out for real?
I mean,
No one really pays attention to this, but I want to say in his last 10 games versus teams with winning records, he's 1-9.
Wow. Maybe he wins this one. Is it in Houston?
Yeah, he's
Oof.
I tell you what, D'Amico knows McDaniels.
Yeah, they do. They both do. So I don't know. I was gonna take Miami just because Tyreek was complaining. It depends if Tua can get him the ball though. See? Because the defense is really good. I'm all about Houston's defense. So, and that was from the beginning, but we'll see. All right, next game. Caleb, you're taking the New York Jets. I'm not taking anything on New York Jets versus Jags. Spread
Let's
again
do
is
it. No, dude. I sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, no, I'm just saying it spreads 3 and then totals over under 40.5. So
I am still recovering from 4 years of 3 years of Mac Jones. So that's all I need to say. That's all I need to say. If there's one guy I feel safe betting against, it's Mac Jones.
oh my God. This is great. That's a good strategy though. You know what I'm saying?
The Jets have a decent defense and a veteran quarterback. They'll just
They could
wait for
take
Mac
on
Jones
this
to piss
team.
down his leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Against bad teams, they could probably do a little bit better, but
Yep.
yeah. All right. Prado, do you want anything on this or no? I see you trying to type something in. Okay, there you go. You agree with Mr. Caleb then. Look at him. Look at him, Caleb. He's smiling.
That's
No,
right.
Mac Jones. I remember saying on this podcast
Mac
when he first
Jones.
came, I knew he was trash. He will always be trash. Thank you for reminding me. That's right. He will have a Mac Jones moment, and we'll all sit here and go, "What the?"
The trash started smelling, huh? I hear you.
He's bad. He's very bad, and he's got a bad
Horrible.
attitude. And I don't think anyone likes him.
No, no, he's not. He's a free agent this year, and he's trying to play for a contract. Nobody's going to pay him. He'll be lucky. He'll end up in Canada.
Oh my God. All right. So next is Cincinnati versus Tennessee. I like Cincy. They're coming off of a crazy win, I think, and there's a reason why. I'm not gonna like I know the guy said the Rams are coming off of a crazy win, but my reasoning is because they're on this fucking show. like this dramatic show of AFC and the way they're showing all those teams. So I do like Cincinnati for this. Obviously, it's Tennessee. It's not that great. They can beat this fucking team. And like the guys have been saying at the beginning of the podcast, there's a chance. So they could really try and pull this off out of their ass. I think, Caleb, you agree with me.
Yeah, it's the cardiac cats. I think they're on a little bit of a hot streak right now. They're peaking at the end of the season. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be enough for them
Mhm.
to turn it around and make the playoffs. But they're going to give their fans that little bit of that little false sense of hope they
Yeah.
give them every single year, and sell some tickets, get some more eyes glued on the TV for a couple more weeks. I think they'll pull this one out here, and
Mhm.
maybe one more. But I don't see them going to the playoffs. So
No, I agree with you. That's all part of the fall setting plan of also watching the in-season Hard Knocks with Abe.
yep,
So yeah, that makes sense.
big drama
Bobby
show.
Bobby agrees as well. -5.
Yeah, every time I try to take Tennessee in the points, they piss in my mouth. So rather than having to look there, I think just take Cincinnati and close your eyes because they haven't really beat anyone up in a while. I mean,
Except,
the
yeah,
last time they played the Raiders, and that was a weird shootout of a game. But I mean, aside from that, they really haven't put the beating on anyone. So I mean, who better than Tennessee? So give me Joe Burrow here.
and Tennessee's playing for they need a QB. So what the fuck do they have to win for? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh, Prado, you agree?
I'm only picking this because his house got
Burglarized?
burglarized,
Burglarized.
and I feel he's going to be really pissed. And I read into this. I'm pretty sure Caleb already knows. They're tying this with Mahomes, and they're saying that it's part of a Russian uh, little hiatus group, whatever they call it, that is part of all this. All because they're posting on social media their locations or whatever, and they're hitting their houses.
That's too funny.
So
That's
if I'm Joe Burrow, I'm pissed off that someone robbed my house, and I'm gonna take it out on some fucking pathetic
Tennessee Titans.
Tennessee Titans.
Yep.
And one
Okay.
thing I will say about the Tennessee Titans, no one talks about this, but they are. I wanted to make sure I was right on this, or correct me if I'm wrong. Oh no, they're 3-10. They're actually fighting for that top spot in the draft pick.
Oh wow. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, we'll see.
I
All
always think
right.
what kind of security these guys have for their houses. I mean, you make all
Apparently
this
nothing.
money,
Probably nothing because they have
you can't pay
insurance.
for an armed guard.
Nah.
Nope.
Remember,
That makes
Devontae
sense.
has a
Makes
Taco
sense.
Bell in his house. I'm just joking. That's just a commercial.
There's probably an armed guard there too.
I think I'm going to go into the security business of taking care of these guys because if they need protection, I got them. And I know a guy in Nebraska that's got all the
Absolutely.
arsenal to back it up too.
We should just
That's a
start a
strap.
protection crew. Yeah.
Fuck it,
You could
let's do
charge
it.
whatever you want too.
See,
Zach Sedaris.
Zach Sedaris.
uh,
And we'll have a lawyer to defend us too if we get sued.
oh
So
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
All right, let's go. Next game, Baltimore versus New York Giants. Nobody's taking anything, even
no.
after fucking King Henry fucking cut his hair.
-16.
Biggest spread of the year.
God,
Oh.
16? What the fuck?
DeVito's playing.
Yeah. Well, DeVito's playing for United Healthcare, guys. So we'll see. All right, we're not taking anything, but if we do, you guys know where to go. KC versus Cleveland. Does KC finally cover? Caleb says nope.
I'm just
Cleveland
not
plus
touching
5.
it. No, no
Oh
is I'm
no.
not touching it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I,
I'm
is
done
this,
with Kansas City.
it's too much.
I
It's too
mean,
much.
Yeah.
Look at Bobby. He wants to take something. I
no,
could see
I
it,
mean
but I mean,
at this point, I mean, why would they cover? I mean, like, why would you look anywhere else but Cleveland here? I don't know if I would bet it. I'm just saying.
yeah, yeah. No, it's just stupid. But they probably will finally cover because it's Jameis. And
Should have
he could
lost to Bryce.
it's crazy, man. And if they did, the world would have went crazy. That's what it is. So we'll see if the drama continues. And if it does, it's unreal. I'm telling you right now, it is unreal. If they win the Super Bowl, Brado and I said we would just quit. But yeah.
There's 6 teams right now that are both 3-10, and every team that's playing this week has a damn good chance, except the Jets, to lose every game. There is one hell of a hunt right now for this draft picks.
Yeah, that's true. That's another backstory. But all right, let's go to Dallas versus Carolina. 3 is the spread, totals over under 43. Dallas, because they should have won versus Burrow. So I don't know, +3. But for some reason, Carolina is now the dog because they're actually good. But I don't know. What do you think? Who's this? Caleb, you're taking Dallas too?
I'm gonna change my pick.
Okay.
I'm gonna change my pick. I had Dallas, but Carolina, just because I feel like Carolina's due to lose. But fuck, Carolina is hot, and I think Dallas is gonna be guilt or victim to the infamous hangover game.
Yeah. And then we
After
might
you have like a really emotional game, whether you win or lose, I think Dallas is gonna fall victim to that hangover game. They don't have an experienced quarterback. I could just see this game go. Honestly, I could see Dallas getting dog walked.
their most experienced game,
Me
their
too.
most experienced fucking quarterback is fucking Homer Simpson. So
That's right.
if the Simpsons aren't playing, then you might be right, guys. Carolina's
That's
hot.
right.
And they
This
have
is
some
this,
old like what did they
this is the
have
game you
Adam? It's a lot. All right. Prado,
this is
you
the
like
game you put Trey
Carolina.
Lance in.
You like
I
Carolina.
agree.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah, I was gonna go look back to see how many times I've hold on real quick. 1, 2, 3. I bet on them 3 times in a row, so why not make it 4? I'm not gonna go against the hottest team in the NFL. And their total margin for wins is 4.5. They're at 3. This would just make it really fun to see if they can get to 5 with this W. This is a game where I think Dallas just absolutely, you're right, just tanks it, and Trey Lance has to
Well, what do
come in
they
because
yeah, they have to.
Mr. Dog Walk quarterback.
You're right. They have to put him in. I don't know. You know what? I might change my pick just because I think that they wanted you to think that Dallas was mad and that they would win against Carolina, but they don't have enough juice. So Bobby agrees too. So
Dallas
You should
always plays Cincy very good, by the way.
yeah.
Bryce should
So
have beat Patrick, and he should have beat Jalen.
Hmm.
so we'll see. All right, next. Pitt versus Philly. Is this still in Philly? Like, have they just been home this whole time? Like, that's
Yeah, they were on the
crazy.
road for a while.
They were. They were. Spread is 5.5 and totals over under 42.5. I think this game is funny. That's all. I think it's funny. And but I do think Philly gives the Steelers a little bit of a whooping, but you know, if they can get it there, they just start off a little bit slow. That's all it is with Philly. They start off a little bit slow. But if you're patient, they'll take you. So Philly -5.5, Prado.
Battle of Pennsylvania.
Okay.
It's the Battle of Pennsylvania. And I know that,
And there's some drama in the locker room.
yeah, they'll figure it out when they have 3 touchdowns in the halftime, but the same duo that has all the drama. The best part about this is that I play CTG in the playoffs. He has Russell. I have Jalen. It's the Battle of Pennsylvania. They gave you +3 Pittsburgh 2 weeks ago. Now they're giving you +5.5. I already know how this is going to get written. They're going to dog walk Russell out of there. Walk him out of there.
I just hope for your sake because every time I've said that, it just
Get
doesn't.
the leash, Caleb, right now.
Get the
Get
leash.
the
You know
leash.
what? I'll get the hardest too. It's just all of it. Yep.
Oh, I love it. All right. Um, Nothing for me, but I'm thinking about it. Buffalo versus Detroit. Two's the spread over under 54.5. I feel like you can't give these guys any fucking total because it's just I don't know. it's just gonna keep going. So if both
No
teams are
defense.
healthy and things go the way they are, then you should take the over.
I've taken
But
the over too. Yeah.
Detroit -2. Caleb, you got the D.
Yep. That sounded gay. I have the D is in Detroit.
You said
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm going over
Good.
with Detroit -2. I agree. I think it's going to be a shootout. You could put it at 70 and they'd probably still beat that. I know I'm going against the grain on this one, but Detroit is fucking hot. And at the end of the day, like I always say, they're still the Buffalo Bills. So
Hey, I knew you were gonna.
Yeah.
I knew it. Um, it's true. I mean, Detroit's a fucking hot ass team, and these are the teams. These are the teams that are gonna fucking make it to the next stage. You know, this is a good game. It's a shootout. So, Buffalo for is that you, Bobby? Yes, 2.5.
Yeah, man, I'm hoping for some type of regression here for Detroit, and I'm hoping for their injuries on defense to really come back and haunt them. They've been getting a lot of luck. I mean, they've got a really good offense, but I mean, when you can score, like Prado said, 6 touchdowns in less than 30 minutes, I mean, it's then you lose the game. I mean, there's got to be some type of anger that's going to be there. So I'm hoping that Buffalo comes out mean and angry, and I think they also get a tight end and a receiver back in Kincaid and Coleman. So those are two big pieces there as well that Josh has been missing. So it could be the 2.5 here.
You know what's interesting about these two games before you go, Prado? Um, did Buffalo's defense get fucking like annihilated by the Rams? Like, God, they have a little bit of a fucking opening there, that's for sure. So if you're Detroit or you're Mr. Campbell, you're looking at that like, all right, if you have a high-powered offense, how do you do against the Buffalo defense? You know what I'm saying? And I get Detroit, like you said, they don't have that defense as well, which is why I said over in the first place. But it's kind of weird that that's the weakness that Buffalo is showing out right now. So, but Buffalo wins money line. Prado is what you said, right? Or what you're saying. Go ahead. Sorry.
In the last game that they played with the Rams, the only thing that was a deciding factor in that game, being that I was on the Rams, was a block punt. If Buffalo didn't get the they didn't block that punt, Buffalo wins that game. And the fact that they even had an outside chance in the end, but the coach was so stupid, he called a timeout. He had all three timeouts. He could have just thrown. He ran, had to give up a timeout. Buffalo still had a chance to actually win that game, which kind of shows me they have some fight in them, even when you think they're not, they're kind of written off. But everyone kind of talks about Kansas City, how they've been like getting lucky and stuff like that.
Even, yeah.
What about fucking what about
Detroit?
this Detroit team? Did no one see what happened on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, no.
Did we not watch what happened with Green Bay? How about we all forgot about the Houston Sunday night meltdown?
Yeah.
Houston was
No,
beat.
I think that's more like a football skill related. Like Kansas City shit is just fucking out of this world. You know what I mean? Like how
Yeah,
does it hit
I
the
forgot
fucking
about the
thing?
Houston game.
Yeah, the Houston game, they were what, 23-7 at halftime, lost 23-26.
So I'm saying these
Caleb
defenses,
forgot how to call a
Detroit.
timeout. I mean, fuck.
no. I
Detroit
mean,
is the Kansas Cities of the NFC.
yeah. Yeah.
Detroit beat Houston.
I know they did, but remember what happened in that
But
game?
at halftime, they were getting
Oh
routed.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
They were getting riled up. But that's Houston's issue though. You don't fucking score in the second half. That's your problem. That ain't their problem. So what I'm saying is like they're not winning by fucking the kicker kick your third string kicker kicking it in and like by a fucking the pole. Like that's ridiculous. Like I don't even whatever. That's just too much for me. And it's Kansas City, so like it's like oh, it's so annoying. But yeah, all right, that's our breakdown of that game. Indiana or the Colts versus Denver. 4 is the spread, and totals over under 44. I like the under in this game. I just don't know that they're going to be scoring too
Indy
much.
has to win this game.
That's pretty much
I
it.
I
Not
like
saying that they are, but
Yeah,
I
they
read that
have to.
they have to win to keep them in contention for playoffs.
And
I
then
like the under too.
Caleb, you're taking Denver and the under now. You said.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the. I like the under too. No, I mean, look, you got the number 2 defense in the league versus a quarterback who's thrown more interceptions than he has touchdowns. Give me Denver all day.
Mm, mm,
Oh,
So
that's great.
mm.
Great.
I got to get out of here after this one, though, guys. It's getting late as fuck here. I'll see you guys later.
Thank
All
you.
right, Zach.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Later, Zach.
Thanks for
Yep.
joining.
Zach Taylor out. I'll see you later.
Zach Taylor. Yeah. It's always good to have him on the show. Thank God we were able to get him actually. Um, but anything for you guys, since that's just me and Caleb. I don't know if you want anything there.
That's a good angle. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah,
Denver's just they're kind of a
remember,
strong team.
yeah.
They have a good defense.
And
Yeah,
they have a really
yeah.
good I think their coach is really trying to fix that up in Denver.
Yeah, I
So
mean, I give them credit there. It's a good team.
yeah. All right. Next game. I know you guys don't have anything. Just have the over in this game. It's Tampa Bay versus the Chargers. 3 is this totals over under 45 and a half. Um, I like I always like Tampa Bay. Trust me. There's a soft spot for me for Tampa Bay just because they're a good team. But I'm gonna take the over on this. I feel like both teams could really put up some points. So that's all I got for that. I'm sure Brad has something to say about it, but again, you'll know if he has any bets.
Last week, I actually really, really, really liked Tampa Bay, and then the more and more I look at the line, I'm just like, man, maybe the Chargers are going to come out pissed off because they're actually at home. They're not going on the road.
Only thing that's stopping me from being the pissed off Chargers is your boy from Milpitas. He does not quit. The guy doesn't care who you are. He's gonna come after you. And Herbert does not have anybody over there.
Yeah, but Herbert does have a pretty decent line, so maybe they
I
can
get
block
that.
him just a tad bit,
I get
just a
that, but he's
tad.
still gonna eat. Your boy is still gonna eat because that's just who he is. This is like
Maybe
a like this is just like Tom Brady left and then Baker's there. And then
maybe
he
that's
has
the secret.
everyone.
They don't feed him. That's why he eats.
No, here's what's crazy is like he still has everyone there, except for obviously like, some that just left or whatever. But
Gronk.
yeah. So anyway, Sunday night, Green Bay versus Seattle. Ugh.
Mm.
Totals over under 45 and a half, and this is a shootout, I think, because I think both teams
Mm.
could really score some points. Sorry, I put the spreads 33, it's 3. And total is 45 and a
It
half.
might be 33.
I kind of like Green Bay here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Green Bay seems like the
I
play.
feel like it's gonna
I've
be, you know what I feel like this
I've
game is?
I've
This is a classic. If you're a Seattle fan, you're taking Geno because you believe in your team type shit. But then it's a standard Sunday night football. Green Bay is going to be on the thing. LaFleur going into the next stages of Green Bay, the high hopes, etc. So I don't know. That's the drama of the layout of the market
I'm
I see.
gonna get it at 2.5.
Okay.
I took the Hawks twice these past 3 weeks when they beat the Cardinals both times. They probably should have lost to the Jets 2 weeks ago. I think, of course, Jets find another way to lose. And then obviously they have that big dramatic win against the 49ers. I just think that they're going to be playing a really good team now who's ready for this game, probably a bit more prepared than they are. So I like Green Bay a lot actually here.
Okay. Thank you, Bob. That's a great breakdown. Prado, 2.5.
if Niners win and Seattle loses, the Niners, as pathetic as they've been, will be one game out at first place in the
As
NFC West.
pathetic
There's
as
also there's also we didn't put it here, but Arizona plays New England. I mean, I don't know why we would put it here, but
Oh yeah,
there's
we
that
forgot
there
them.
too.
oh, we
And
forgot that too.
I
Is that
mean,
the one?
another team that could probably win.
Yeah.
Hey, New England can just find a way to win for no reason.
Oops, sorry. There's someone at the door. Just kidding. It's our neighbors. Arizona versus any. What's the spread on
They
that?
go 7-7. We go 7-7. Rams go 7-7, and Seattle goes this scenario if we win.
What's the
Seattle goes
spread on the
There you
on
go.
the
Just blow it up.
New England game?
7.
It's 6.
Wow. And it's
40,
and what's the total over under?
45 and a half.
Okay, hang on. Ah, it won't move, so 45 an hour. Right.
Dang, and Seattle's got a
Everything's
tough
45
stretch
and a
too.
half. What the hell?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So there you go. I added that. I'm not taking anything though on this game, but I would like for Arizona to lose, that's for sure. Which I don't think they will.
Seattle could low-key lose 3 games. They play Green Bay, they're playing Minnesota, they're going to be at Chicago, and then they're at Rams. Damn, that's not an easy schedule
Well,
there.
yeah.
They're not beating Minnesota.
I
That's a
don't
No.
think so
loss.
either.
Chicago,
And then they're
Speaking,
going to go
okay,
to McVay's house in the last game of the year.
yeah,
so we're done.
it's a
We're done
loss.
with this game. You guys are both taking Green Bay. I like Green Bay
It's
too.
looking like a shot here for San Francisco, folks. Don't close your eyes just yet.
God.
Damn, don't let them get in the playoffs.
I even looked at tickets
But what
tomorrow,
are
and
we
then
gonna do?
and
We
then
don't have anybody.
uh,
You can't beat a team like all these other high-powered ass fucking teams. That's
well,
gonna
we're
be
probably
insane.
probably another week out for Trent. We're probably another week out for
But
Bosa.
here's my
I
thing.
mean,
Drama doesn't fit. So we'll see. We'll see. We need something dramatic, like some
you find a
shit.
way to go back to the NFC Championship here. I mean, tip your cap. Whoa.
Yeah, that's
Who's
true.
gonna who's gonna say anything to you?
Nothing.
Yeah.
All right. So Monday night, there's two. There's one at 5 p.m. Pacific, and there's one at 5:30 Pacific. So 8 Eastern, you know, you guys do the math, you know what to do. But Chicago versus Minnesota, the spread is 7, over under is 40. I think this is free money. Caleb likes Minnesota -7. It's a huge slot. I just don't think Chicago has it. That's for sure. That's all I gotta say. Chicago, I hate fucking betting on Chicago on anything, but it's just like I just can't. It's not gonna happen for me, guys. So I don't know what you guys think, but it's a slot for Minnesota to come back and start getting in your mind about some shit because they're probably getting you ready for the next few games. Because who do they play next? See, that's what I need to know. Actually, that will confirm my theory. But anything for you guys on that game?
I mean, you're not betting on Chicago. You're just
Yeah,
not.
I can't.
You suck.
Not. Vikings and Seahawks, December 22nd. See? So they want you to, and then for there, if the Seahawks are a dog and the spread's 7, then you better believe I might take the Seahawks. I don't know. See what I mean? So there's a little strategy there. They just want them in your mind because they're a Monday night game.
Well, it's the same thing with the Chargers. Chargers are going to be -3 next week versus Broncos at home.
See?
Man, that's a tough game.
And you better believe the Chiefs spread is what next week versus Texans? Go ahead, just guess.
5,
4.
7.
4. See?
They can't
They're
be
doing
7 because they're giving him too much credit.
they're doing the same shit. It's like every spread that you see the week before is the same one running it back.
Oh my God. All right. next game, if you have anything, I don't have anything, but I do have something on the total. The 5:30 slot, ATL versus the Las Vegas Raiders. 3.5 is the spread. Why is it 3.5? Total is over under 44.5. I think this is gonna go under, but it is Las Vegas. So they may do something crazy, but
They might actually be the last hoorah in Vegas right here. This might be one of their last hoorahs.
yeah.
This is Kirk versus Desmond Ritter,
Hmm.
who
Listen to
was
what
the
you just said.
who was Atlanta's quarterback last year.
And again, that was after Kirk got kirked. So
And this is
Kind of like
something that Atlanta would do too, is find a way to fucking do some stupid shit.
yeah. Which is why I like the under because people will think that points will be somehow put up on the board, but maybe through the defense. But we'll see.
I don't know. Raiders have
Yeah.
a good they have a good they're in good position for this draft here
That's what
for
I'm
Shador.
saying,
So
right? Yeah, like you
they might
got to be
wanna
strategical for this.
they might want to take one here.
Yeah, take them for the
See,
team.
and that's when you think they're supposed to take one,
Yeah,
and
and then
then
They don't, but they
they
they'll
don't.
blow the
fuck
doors
around
off
and be
them.
like, "Bro, what are you guys doing
And
winning
they
with
fuck it
1 minute?"
up for themselves.
Yeah.
Yep. But again, that's when they say, we're
That's
professionals.
what's dangerous about the NFL. Tanking is like a word that
Not
gets thrown.
allowed. And it's
It's
not
Yeah,
allowed.
it's a no-no.
it's a big no-no. And it's like,
And
"Oh,
if
you
you
want to tank?"
do, like they look at you like, dude, you
They're
guys,
like, "Okay, well, next year when we're looking for a backup linebacker, we're never going to call you, you idiot."
yeah. It's like they like ban you. They
Yeah,
ban you.
they do.
You're right. Okay, that's all of the slots. And again, if you want to keep up and we have updated bets, you go to www.thesportsbettingqueen.com. We'll talk about the structure next week or the week after as far as what we're going to do with charging bets and picks for the playoff times. I don't have really too much shout outs. I guess Wager Attack, www.wagerattack.com. Follow them at Wager Attack. Use bonus code SBQ, and you can get 100% bonus play to start off with. And then Stay Classy Meats, follow it at Stay Classy Meats. It's coming on to that season. Christmas time is here. It's actually like 14 days away, which is insane. But if you want to get something to host, or if you're not hosting, you just want to eat, then go to Stay Classy Meats. And then for gifts at Dior Beauty, make sure you go to Dior Beauty and buy some gifts. There's men's stuff too, guys. You guys can smell good as well. So, figure that out. Other than that, I don't really have any other shout outs. I know that next week, oh, actually, happy birthday to my cousin, rest in peace, passed away 2 years ago, due to COVID. Uh, but we miss him. It was an early time and he was really good at fucking Tekken. So props to him. Bobby, any shout outs for you?
Nope, just shout out to my fantasy team. Let's see if we can get it done. I'm playing my competitor and my desk mate at work, so it's definitely some competition. It's a little battle of the bay there, energy. So we'll see.
Who are you playing?
I play Mr. Navjeet, so
Oh, gotcha. Gotcha.
it's El Salvador versus India. So we'll see.
All right. And then Prado, anything for you?
I'm the Philadelphia Eagles this week, and CTG is the Pittsburgh Steelers as the
He
O's,
is.
and
That's true.
we'll
That's
be
so
playing.
crazy.
We'll be playing for the title of who has to wear the CTG, Carlos the truck guy, or is it the commercial truck guy? Which one is
That's
it?
good.
I gotcha. I
What
gotcha.
about the winner? What if you win? You're the new commercial truck guy,
Yeah,
and
you
then
have to
the
put new
I'm the new
ESRB.
CTG.
CTG.
There you go.
Yeah,
I'm
new
the new
CTG.
CTG, and I will
No,
be
it'll be
a
new CTG, not mini me. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good with the big
and
Is
I
that
NOG.
will
is
be
that
a
real?
Philadelphia Eagles fan if he finds a way for
Oh,
victory too.
that's so funny. Yeah, shout out to Shane at Best That Ever Did It. He's sick, so get better, my friend. Hopefully your Philadelphia Eagles win for your sake and for Prado the Pointer's sake. That's for sure. Nothing else for me. I think we can reconvene next week, guys. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you guys again next time.